And I got up and I opened the door, and there was the sheriff, which is Gene Sire, which I did recognize him, but there was another guy with him that told me he was the coroner.
Well, I hope that the week hasn't disappointed you yet. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Sloan with Stacia Underwood Gullet for another edition of The Gatherings. And this one is getting a little more intense, like they do as time goes on. Things ramp up, and they have ramped up. Two new additions to 606 Paranormal's doll collection, Tobias and Lars. Lars seems mostly okay. He just doesn't want to go anywhere. He seems to like it right where he's at.
Yeah.
But Tobias, well, that could be another story. Now, coming up, we've got the 606 Haunted Doll Tour, which is next month on the 9th at Breathitt County Public Library. And then, of course, we are going to be in Estill County, and we've just booked a new date in Laurel County. And that, so to speak, will be the WrestleMania, the big event in which things are going to be completely unbelievable because of the surroundings, the environment, and the system and the setup that we're going to have is going to be absolutely unbelievable. So you've got plenty of time to make plans for that because that's not until October. Stace, what was that? 17th.
17th.
October 17th at Laurel County. Now, explain to me exactly for the people that may not be very geographically aware. Laurel County seat is that London?
London.
London, Kentucky. Okay, so it's not a far drive, at least not from where we're at, not from where Stace is at. It's not really a far drive from just about most places. And trust me, it'll be worth the trip. My thought would be to go down, enjoy it, and then spend the night. Go out to go because there's plenty of great places to eat in London. You've got Sonny's Barbecue. You've got all kinds of places there that you can go and eat, and you're just seconds away from Interstate 75, so it's a quick trip. And make it an evening or make it a weekend or actually October 17th I think is on a Tuesday,
It
so you
is.
could yeah you could take the next day off or possibly just enjoy the evening there and just take in the sights and the sounds. But I'm telling you, this is going to be something that you don't want to miss. But of course, coming up next month, June 9th at 6 p.m. at the Breathitt County Public Library. And Stace, give them the price of admission.
0. I don't charge people.
Free dollars per ticket, no money. All you got to do is show up because this is an educational thing.
Right.
And while everything that I do on my end is for entertainment purposes, I can tell you none of the things that you see on this show or none of the things that you see at the HDT or the Haunted Doll Tour is put on. It's real. We cannot make these dolls do the things that they do. We cannot force a spirit box, ovulus, or any other kind of communication device to come out and say, this is so and so trying to
Right.
reach so and so, or give us a little background on their story. So before we get into things, let's go ahead and acknowledge some people in the chat room. Um, of course, Lloyd's in there, Stephanie and Maddie Blankenship, Tracy Ferguson, Barry Penix, Charles Bowling. We've also got, looks like
Charla.
Charlotte's in there, Summer, and a few others. So welcome in, everybody. And of course, I've also got, as you can see, well, you can't see, but on the background, I am monitoring also closely what you guys see and all that stuff too. That's the beauty of having two monitors, so we can keep an eye on what's going on and be a little more productive. So tonight we're going to, I'm sure Tobias and Lars will make their presence known. I'm hoping so will Jenny and
You hear that, Jenny?
maybe Eliza. Yeah, I love Eliza and Jenny. They're my girls. So
She's sitting back
um,
here.
and I hear the spirit box in the background going right now.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me how has it been today? Has it been a little more active? Has it started to ramp up, or has it just been quiet?
The energy has been quite a bit better, quite a bit lighter. Um, he, of course, had some haunted masks that he purchased that he thought it might be a good idea to bring into the house. And we've been noticing just, kind of down. But got all that done, got everything cleansed. Everything's a little better around here. However, when you walk into the doll room, boom, you're hit with it again. Because let me tell you, as soon as you walk in here and you sit down, it feels like and just an electric force, like you can feel it in the air.
It just doesn't stop.
It never ceases in here.
How's Lloyd handling everything?
Wait,
Yeah, I'm not really surprised with that one. So, but
he's not looking too forward to it because we may pull out a couple extra haunted dolls to take on our tour, and he
mhm.
really doesn't want to get those out of the
On Monday.
locked chest.
And we
On
welcome Tammy
Monday,
into the chat too. Tammy Barker just came in. Tammy, glad to have
Yeah,
you here.
welcome.
it was really bad on Monday for me. It was
What happened Monday?
I just when these dolls when we just first presented these dolls, it was just I was feeling I started really getting some really bad headaches. I mean, bad, bad, bad. And
Can you
it was
bring your face down
oh,
into the camera a little bit?
Come down here.
oh
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
Now I can see you. Okay. So you started getting bad headaches.
yes. I mean, and of course, they're right here in front of my face here, and it was just it was a. I was starting to feel the chills a little bit and the headache. And I mean, and as soon as literally, this is all bull.
Lily,
But yeah,
Lily.
Louie, Louie,
The best one yet was whenever you did the paranormal thing for Chris's commercial. That was the best.
she even makes fun of me because I can't say that word.
You wait till I find that clip.
What word was it?
The para,
He was. Remember
I
we
can't
were out
say
and we
it.
stopped to do like a 5 second thing for you, and I said, just say, "Hey, this is
Oh yeah.
paranormal." And he
I
couldn't
said
say it. He couldn't say. He cannot say it.
paranormal.
That's what he said.
Paranormal.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Paranormal.
I'm gonna send it to you, and we definitely need to play that one.
Wow.
But he's all good now,
How you
No,
doing,
as you
Lloyd?
as
I'm
you can see.
okay.
as soon as,
Yay.
I walked in out of the room, though, it's like gone.
Yeah.
Craziest thing. I mean, other than my masks that I had up, they were like flinging off the walls and stuff. That was bad. So,
Yeah, Maddie Blankenship is kind of defending Lloyd. Poor scared Lloyd. Lloyd, as Dave Schrader says, words is hard. Words are hard. So-
The one's home for the boy.
and there is Tobias.
Yeah.
Tobias is the one that has been giving malevolent feelings. At least, I mean, that's what I get when I
Yeah,
see.
we're gonna have to put him. I'm afraid we're gonna have to put him in like a locked cage just to he's a very heavy doll for starters, but I mean he just has his own posture, and honestly, it doesn't matter how I put him in the doll room. It doesn't matter. And I come back, he is like this. Period. This is how you're always going to see him. That is his posture, and I
Would you
mean
say
it's
right? Well, I mean, this is kind of a redundant question, but would you say that he and Lars are probably the most active dolls,
they are
or close to?
they are that I have had different feelings. Not really knowing what's going on. They are the most active that I've seen just right off the bat. Now, some dolls it'll take 6 months if we even see anything at all in them. But I kind of knew when they told me the story on this one that I was going to be expecting something quick.
We want to give a warning too.
Yeah, definitely.
Not just for the program. You always watch this at your own risk. But if you come to the haunted doll tour, Stacy's going to have it, of course. But don't even ask to touch that doll because it's going to
No,
be
we
a no
don't.
right off the bat.
We don't let anybody touch any dolls at all.
Mm-mm.
That's just for our insurance, for their protection. They're always set back out of reach. And then the ones that we've had anything out of that somebody says have got headaches, nosebleeds, whatever, those are put up and
Mm-hmm.
or put far away. But no, we don't let anybody touch them or anything. We let Maddie though have like the virtual. She's got the virtual adoption
Mm-hmm.
with Ariel back there. So
Mm-hmm. So
so we
she'll
always
actually
have
get
to.
that. When is she picking that up in Breathitt County?
We can't give it to her because it's haunted.
Oh, I see. A virtual
But
adoption.
yeah, it's like the virtual adoption. So we may have to let her hold it
Mm-hmm.
and do
Okay.
a good cleansing on it first. But yeah, she's our girl. So
That symbol on your hat looked a whole lot like your mouth right there, Lloyd. No. So, and everybody's talking about the 606 paranormal shirt that Lloyd's wearing in the chat. People are seeming to like that. That is pretty cool.
thank you.
yeah, I made those.
Yeah,
She made it.
that
Uh,
does look good.
we sold a bunch of them at the last doll tour, and then I've sold probably maybe 20 over the last year. But did you see that?
Oh God,
What happened?
that's stupid. I mean, her baby just
Lunged at me.
just lunged at her.
Which one?
The Tobias. Uh,
Tobias, take a chill pill. It's okay. Now let me talk about my two girls for a minute, Jenny and Elsa. How are they doing?
We're doing
Oh,
good.
there's Elsa back there.
She's back there with her. That's actually she's sitting beside an old doll. We've had her for
Okay.
quite a bit. So she's sitting with her. We're kind of just getting them out, moving around, getting used to getting back out again. So that way everybody gets used to it. I guess we just kind of treat them like real babies. And then
Well,
Jenny's
once again, as you see at the bottom of
Jenny.
your screen right there,
oh,
the Haunted Doll Tour. Our next stop is June 9th at Breathitt County Public Library at 6 p.m. And then, of course, the following month in July, we're going to be in Estill County. And after that, we got a couple of months open dates. So if
Yep,
you'd like
like
to
the Royal
schedule that, you can get a hold of Stacy and do that. But October 17th, that's the big kapow. That's going to
Yeah,
be,
we're gonna go all out. Bring out some really haunted dolls too that we've had put up. I think we're going to bring one out.
Well, I'm
They
thinking that
asked
maybe we
about.
could do there, and of course, you and I can talk about this. I mean, it's entirely up to you, but maybe we could bring the spirit box and actually do a live broadcast of the gathering from
Yeah,
there.
I'll bring the laptop, and that's where
Hmm.
my sound banks are.
Yeah.
For to pick up and go. I use the
Hmm.
sound banks like that on my laptop because I don't pull my. I won't take my radios hardly anywhere because if anything broke off of them, oh my god, I never replace it.
Yeah.
But I will bring us some sound banks. Definitely, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So we could do that and maybe actually have live interaction with the audience to see if anybody
Yeah,
comes through for them there.
that sounds
But that's
great.
going to be a pretty good. That's going to be a
I
pretty cool
think we get
deal,
our. Yep.
I think.
I'll get
So,
us back up here.
all right. So I'll tell you what. Well, I'm assuming you've already got the boxes fired up.
Oh yeah. Well, they're all around us here. We're just waiting for you.
Okay. So let's go ahead and run the disclaimer,
All
and
right.
when we come back, we open the portals, and let's see if Tobias. Oh, there's my Jenny.
There's
Let's see.
Jenny.
I love her. She's so beautiful. Hi,
I think
baby.
she's really cute too. I
Oh,
really
she
do.
is so pretty. And so is Elsa. I love them both.
She was well known to come out at people.
Hashtag scared Lloyd. Yep.
Yeah, he's not into the Jenny.
Hmm.
Put her up.
Could say something right there that's very offbeat, but I'll leave it. I'll let it go. So, and we'll run the disclaimer. Come back and let's see who comes through the portal tonight. Back right after this. Oh, I'm going to hell on a short bus. Just like you saw it read, it's for entertainment purposes only. But if you start to get a headache or get odd feelings, and people have done that before, step
Yep.
out. You can always come back and watch the
Yes.
video later because they automatically post on YouTube. And YouTube is definitely the place to watch this.
Yep. I agree.
There's no doubt about it because you can be a part of the chat. It's got a clean picture. And I'm sitting here looking at it right now. Well, it's clean as it's going to get with an internet lag with some rain being around us and things like that. It's not the rain itself. It's just what it does to the cables and shaking the cable. Yeah, it's a whole science behind that alone. So that being said, Stace, I am going to make the necessary adjustments, and that is not what I wanted. That is what I wanted to give you the spotlight, and dear, the floor is yours.
All right. Okay, my portal's open. We're ready for anybody that wants to come through in love and light. Yes, in love. That is correct. Can the little girl come back and talk to me? You tried to tell me your name, but I could not hear you. Can you tell me? Can you tell me your name? To the little girl. Can you give me your name? I'd like to talk to you again. Yes, it is incredible. Gee whiz already. Look. Look, look, Elsa. Look, it's already lighting up.
I know. Always. Usually.
Of course, Lars never. He never stopped. The ghost is there. Can you tell me what ghost is here? Billy and something. For you? Can you tell me that who's attached to Mr. Lars over here? Can I please set you back? Will you sit back for me and not come back after me and get upset? Will you sit back for me? Thank you. Thank you so much. Me. Who is me? To the little girl, can you give me your name? Or can you tell me my name? Let's play the name game. How about everybody tell me your name if you can hear my voice? Okay. Watch that dog right there.
Which one?
I got it. Can you tell me who's attached to this doll? Wow, what is the deal? Can you tell me his name? Is something in here? Can you make one of the dolls move for me? I've noticed that you did that quite a bit tonight. If you could make one of them move now that I'm watching. Can you do that for me? Can she cut me off? Must be important. Are you talking about Lloyd's phone he's holding?
Hear that whisper?
I did hear that whisper. I'm sorry, it said. Will you be quiet?
They're trying to work me already.
What did you? Watch the EMF detector. Watch the EMF detector. Can you tell me why that you're messing with the EMF detector over here beside us? The only thing that's in front of it is my notebook. Can you tell me why you're lighting it up?
Stephanie says she heard a lookout, Lloyd. That's great.
Oh boy. Can the girl come back through? Check it out. It's gone.
That is wild.
Nope, it's not. There we go again. Wow, I'm telling you, it's crazy tonight. I knew it was going to be something else ever since we moved the dolls around and went through all of them. Yeah. What? It sound like baby? Something baby? Do you like our babies? Do you like my little babies? Which one do you like best? That was a different voice too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any messages for anybody that's in our chat room with us? Can you come through and talk for us? Chris, that was a good one. That was very plain. Do you have a message for Chris? Are you the girl that always whispers Chris's name? Tell him. What can I tell him for you? I can finally make out her whispers tonight.
Yeah.
And then just
Let's look at little girl said Papa. Okay. Can you tell me who is lighting up the... What was that? Can you tell me who is lighting up my EMF meter over here beside me in my notebook?
middle of the
Somebody suffered from something. Did you hear that?
I thought I heard
Something
middle.
suffered from, and then something.
I heard middle of this or something.
For the girl whispering, can you tell me what it is you would like for Chris to know? Ask him. What can I ask him? I swear, the EMF will stop. It's going back off again.
If I'm the Chris that you're addressing, I'm right here. You can ask anything you'd like.
She keeps whispering, and then when you're not here, she asks for you, and she'll say, "Tell Chris."
Honey, I'm always here. Even if you don't see me on the screen, I'm still here. Because a lot of times I may be replying to a message on Facebook or a text or something like that. Is that you that's lighting up that meter right there with the green and red lights and the
Can you
yellow?
light it up to red? Can you light that to red for me?
If that's you, light it to red.
Chris, yes. Light it to red for us.
I know it'll take some effort, but trust me, it'll be worth it because then we know it's you.
What? Because that's a good one. I have to tell Chris that one. I'm asking you. What are you asking? What are you asking? Is it boy though, or is it boy?
Could be boy.
I keep just when I think and I get a good enough story, and then change. Something comes over it. So much. Can you light that back up to red for me if you have a message for Chris? Because I have him here. He's listening to you. If you look up there in that screen, you can see him. Yeah. Oh my God, that's a Trevor. Did you hear that?
That's what it sounded like to me.
Goodness sake, that threw me off. Woo, get composure for a minute. It really throws me off whenever it comes through with names that aren't so typical.
I don't know of many people named Trevor.
No.
I mean,
That's
it's not a common name like Chris. Chris is a very common
Right.
name. Trevor's unique. It's different.
Chris, time set that like at 31 minutes.
31 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
31 minutes. It was right at where it said Trevor.
Good job. Sound like a woman that said it.
Yeah.
And I swear it sounded like she just said it again. Can y'all touch one of our dolls?
Okay, Lloyd, that's done.
Right, thanks.
You can touch any of our dolls. I've got plenty for you to choose from. I have some in the other room. I have some that we keep put up. If you have a favorite one, I'm going to start bringing all of them out.
Great.
Yeah, look, nothing yet.
Wow, look at that. That's wild.
If you have a message for Chris, can you come back over here and light that up for me? I mean, the only reason I even noticed it last time. Let me get the camera cord out of the way. What did it say? That cord is to the camera, hey? Oh, there it goes.
Yep.
There it goes. Look. Thank you, Chris. Now,
Wow,
that was a good. That sounded like familiar right there.
That's red.
Look at 32 on that too. We need it on 32.
3257.
It sounded. It came from a guy.
You said 3257?
Yes.
It might have been a voice we know.
Okay.
You know me, I don't let the first one get me. That excited anyway. Sometimes I do.
Sorry, Chris, I wasn't trying to make you do homework.
Yeah,
Hey.
it was.
Lloyd, you know who's in charge of this thing?
Not
God.
me.
God. That's who's in charge of this thing. We're all a team. We're a family.
If
So
God is
if I can
in
help
charge of
out
us,
by jotting down phone or by jotting down times, that's fine.
light this up if God's behind us and you know this. Thank you. Cool. There it goes. Let me make sure to see it on computer screen. Yeah, his hand's starting to get abnormal, Steph. Look at that. Here we go.
I was talking about that the other day to one of our Patreon members, and it blew their mind. Because the other night, Monday night, as a matter of fact, that doll's hand was so
Dead corpse.
yeah, it was creepy.
It looked like a corpse for sure. Precious.
No.
He's so precious. Very precious. Did you hear that guy?
Look.
God, leave the EMF. Check it out. What's it doing? What's it doing?
His middle finger is like it's.
They'll go like really like skinny and look like dead. And then it'll feel like just like his face will go. It'll plump up and it'll look, just normal. And then you watch before long, it'll turn white. He'll be deathly white.
It would be something if that doll turned over and looked at Lloyd and just flew him the flag. So
No.
Lloyd's hashtag Lloyd doesn't think this is funny. So it's
Yeah. I mean,
oh man, it's so true. It wouldn't be the same without you.
Does it not?
oh yeah.
We have found the baby right there.
Oh Lord.
Found out who the baby looks like.
As
She said it looks like William Shatner.
long as they don't start overacting.
Oh Lord.
Why can't I be haunted?
Oh God, that sounds just like him, Chris.
I'm sorry, I loved him on Star Trek, but
Yeah,
my favorite in the original was Spock. I love Leonard
Yeah.
Nimoy.
I love Spock too. He was my favorite too.
Every time he raised that eyebrows, it was like a what the kind of moment, Yes, I am a nerd at heart, which I'm fine with.
Me too. Remember Battlestar Galactica?
Oh God, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Hatch and Dirk Benedict and Lauren
Yes.
Green. Yeah,
Oh
great
my god, I
show.
forgot about Lauren Green.
Yeah,
I remember getting toys at TGNY.
yeah.
Oh
I
yes,
always wanted one of those Vipers, and I never could find one.
golly.
I think I only had like one or something.
I had some Halloween stuff too from that.
Yeah, you remember the Cylon costumes?
Yeah,
Those were pretty
And
cool.
how about Buck Rogers?
Buck Rogers. Yep.
like Twiggy, like,
I love Twiggy.
go get them, Buck.
I love
I always
Twiggy.
thought Wilma was hot. Aaron Gray, I think was her name. Yeah.
Yes.
I love Star Trek, and I love the Next Generation. I love. And if you
Yeah,
guys haven't watched Picard on Paramount, I hope that you get to see it. It's awesome.
I love the. Watch this. Ooh, God, it's going off near him. I'm gonna put it right there by his leg.
Stacia, not to distract from the pink elephant in the room, which is definitely Tobias, but in the background in this shot right here, you have three dolls gathered together, and there's a female doll in the middle of the other two. She has dark hair, wearing what appears to be a white dress. That's her. I keep getting a sincere vibe about her, like she's I mean, and I'm
Her?
not psychic. I'm just telling you. Yes, I get this
That's
feeling.
Roselle. She's the
Okay.
haunted doll that we can't hardly even let anybody look at. This
Yeah,
is
I
the
keep
one that
getting a
gives
vibe.
everybody.
It's like she's casting this thing out,
Yes.
saying, "Look at
She'll
me,
give
look at
people
me, look at me," and
nosebleeds.
I'm like,
Hand it over here. Yeah, she does. That's Roselle. That is one of our main haunted dolls that we've had.
"That's her.
That
That's
is
the one."
here. She gets plumb evil on people.
Well,
And
I'm
they'll
sitting here
walk
looking at
away.
Tobias, and I keep looking over at her, and I'm like, "What
Yeah,
is the deal with you?"
she's the one that gives the nosebleeds and the anxiety. At every show, we have to make everybody sign a paper um, for her because of how active that she is, and that she's just. I mean, she's very old.
Hmm.
She's one of the oldest.
Well, I realize I'm not stronger than her, but the God that I serve is.
Hmm.
There's no one or nothing more powerful than the God that I serve.
Can we sit you between the boys? Can we please sit? I don't know what that was, but I heard it too.
Yeah, I did too.
Can we sit you between the boys?
The timing was
She
quite
gives off
intriguing.
the Salem witch.
Well, look at those eyes. She looks like she's been smoking blunts.
True that. Did you hear that? Oh my gosh, that was great.
Even the other side agrees. So it's
True that.
Charlotte said that she got to meet Starbuck. I'm guessing she means Dirk Benedict if she's talking about the original series.
Wow.
That's cool. Hello. I mean, this bunch right here will definitely give somebody a major headache, and this is why we have to keep everybody protected and far enough back so that the EMF that these emit do not make anybody sick. Because first and foremost, everybody's safety is going to come first. So
Absolutely.
yeah, we just kind of got to keep everybody at a safe distance from these because just because we know the stories, we've seen this happen, we've seen that happen. I can't guarantee what they will or won't do to somebody in that way.
Now look, it's
I know
it's
it.
not. It's just calm now.
I know. I see it.
That's odd. You put her there, Stacey, and I don't even get any kind of a feeling anymore from her. But like I said, I'm not. I may be a little empathic, but I'm not psychic or anything. It's just a very strong. Oh, something's going on.
Let me turn it this way. I guess.
Look at that reading on that meter. Well, there it goes.
It's jumping up. It's actually jumping up on him.
On Tobias.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have no doubt he's probably one of the most active individuals you have in
Between
there.
him and Lars, I have never seen.
I remember that night Lars was picking out that meter at 70 and 80.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen anything like it between him and Lars. I really haven't. And I mean,
But
I
the
can
big
go
question
far back.
is somebody in there, are they malevolent or are they peaceful?
Well, oh my gosh, this is going straight red
Holy hell!
on Lars.
Yeah. See?
Can you step back
This
away
is
from the
for,
doll?
this could be further proof that the more acknowledgement you give them, the more powerful they become.
Thank you. Can you step back away from my doll, please?
Whoa!
What was that? What
no.
was that? What fell?
Graveyard bear.
I swear. It never fails.
I knew it.
Everybody's active. Everybody wants to jump around tonight. Okay.
Now, if you guys think this is bad right now, wait until you see the haunted doll tour when you are actually in their presence and they can feed off that energy.
Okay, did you notice hear the scratch down the wall? What was that?
I don't know. I mean,
Enzo's up. He's up now. He heard it.
oh Lord.
What is it, bud?
So it's getting ready to get worse.
What's wrong, buddy?
Now it looks like Jenny is staring straight up at me. It's,
She is. She wants to sleep with you tonight.
no, she don't.
The witch hat? The what? Okay, this is just not even. Look, nothing. It's dead. Deadline. Good deal.
Wow.
Thank you for stepping away. Oh, thank you for stepping away. Not. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Can you give us a little bit of a break?
Then I say,
What?
Hold on. I'm dead. Well, somebody's got a good sense of humor anyway. I was burned.
Hmm.
Hey, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
Hey, Gary. I don't know, Charlotte, which one? Hmm. Can you tell me which one of the dolls that you like to be around? Or are you just wanting to be around the graveyard bear? Okay. Graveyard Teddy is spiking up.
I mean,
Charlotte said in the blue, that would be Tobias. That wouldn't surprise me a bit if his head actually did move.
I mean, that thing moved twice today. Twice.
And whenever we first started, he come over here at me. Are you attached to the bear? Can you light that up for me if you're attached to the bear? Thank you. Did you push him off a shelf behind me?
Wait, Charlotte said in the blue.
That's Tobias.
That's Tobias, yeah.
Did you push the bear off of the shelf behind me to get my attention? Light it up for me for a yes. You know our rules. Red means yes. Green and nothing means no. Bear. Is that your favorite, the bear? Yes. So the bear is your favorite. Okay, thank you for letting us know that.
4530 was bear.
That was pretty good. Just take it, get your notebook out there and write it down. Here.
I've got it down.
He's done. Okay.
I keep pen in hand.
Good deal.
Oh,
It's not spocking now. We're good. You should feel a little bit of a relief, I think, because Lars didn't have hardly anything coming down at him right now. Well, let's just forget about that. I said that.
Hmm.
What in this world?
of course, I got Robert behind me, too.
Baby Shatner over there.
He really does kind of look like Bill Shatner. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Look how red his cheeks are getting. Okay, the amount of activity just
It
right,
seems like he's
just right here. Okay, put your hand right here. Just put it.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in a fist.
I feel it.
Okay. Now just kind of go to your left and then back to your right.
Yes. Cold air. Right here.
It does, doesn't it? It feels like a complete fluctuation. And
God, we are spiking on there.
I need my temperature gauge. I did
Here,
not even
I'll get
think to get it
temperature.
out of the suitcase.
I'll get temperature.
That's good. Watch out. All right. I was about to say, yeah, just use that. Did Teddy have a name? Do you know the little girl he belonged to that was ill? Can you tell me her name? Can you tell me her name? Allison?
Good.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, he's giving out the vibes tonight.
I got on temperature. Let's put them over there.
Yeah, but
Whoa. Oh, yeah, well, of course. Look.
yep. I hear it going off actually up here.
What's the meter reading?
That's milligauss
Watch
right
it.
there.
There goes the.
But the number is the temperature right now, but it's fluctuating.
Wow, look at that.
I could have swore I just watched that thing go left.
Oh, it spiked.
I saw that. It caught my eye over here. Okay, turn that off.
God,
It's making
Whoa.
me sick.
that is weird.
I don't know why that does that. I mean, it's just been flat, and then all of a sudden it'll go off again. Do you want to communicate with us by making the meter go off beside the bear? Told something to something. I need you to light it up for me so that I can see it light up. I'm just going to leave that question out there. And if you want to talk, I'll let you light that up for me. See that?
I wasn't. I was
I need you to light it up a little more for me. You know, I like to see those colors. Can you come through on the spirit box or the portal? Thank you so much. Can you come through on the spirit box and let us know what your name is? I keep hearing it. It'll say Chris every time.
Yep.
It's weird. Okay, I'm going to set the camera down. And could you make one of these move for us? Or if you want to come through, if you have any messages for anybody in our chat room, I'm sure they would love to hear from you. Can you tell me your name? That's a strong female voice again. Wow. Okay, watch this.
Some areas. Water cascade.
It's either boy or boy. I cannot tell the difference. You're going to have to just start listening and see. Did you say boy?
It's either boy or
Do
Lloyd.
you have a message?
5140, somewhere in there.
Anyone that you want to speak to that we have here with us? Cheryl? Or sure? Cheryl or
Cheryl.
sure? Yeah. Can you tell me what your message is? I'm listening. This is her daddy. Did you hear that? Still mad. Something. I'm your daddy. Are you still mad? And watch the EMF detector. It's still just.
I mean,
Does anyone? I know it's crazy. Does anybody else have any messages for anyone with us? I gave them a lot. The pain was just. I'm with them. Let go. That was plain. That was like a light little voice saying, "Let go."
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying "let go"? Something my mommy or something said. Are you saying to let go? Can you give me your name to the little girl? The little girl, please give me your name. He said, I'm 6. And he said 8.
whoa.
What?
What
was it this time?
Come through.
And what'd you hear?
I couldn't make it out.
A trip? Something a trip? Does anybody else want to come through for anyone with us? Is Melissa out there where we can speak with her?
Thanks, Charles.
Can we get Melissa to come through? Either he said Chris or Melissa.
Only you.
Yeah, that's just somebody's going to sing for us tonight. Thank you for singing for me.
Yellow.
Here we go. Here we go. I felt it. We can feel it here too. Can you sing again for me?
Oh, I definitely feel it.
Or if you have any, attractive gentlemen up there who can sing well, I'd like to hear from them too. I love hearing these when they sing and come through. Can any of you sing? Come through for us, so we can hear your songs. I said, "Ah, is good." That sounded like a baby. What? Benny? Maybe? Does anybody else want to come through? If you have family in the chat. Either that said sure or something like that. Kids. Can anybody come through that has family with us here? We have someone looking for Stacia and Melissa. Would love to hear from her again. I mean, we're blessed to hear from her once. We would love to hear from her again. And of course, we feel that. Whoa. My nanny? Can you come through and tell me what you were saying? What's your name? Like that.
Guitar.
You can tell me. My mom. Mom. I heard that twice right there. Where you go? Did you hear that, Sharon? That sounded familiar. We may have your mom in the chat. We have Matthew. Deanie. You all listen real carefully when I start bringing out these names, because it may be from one of you all. Something I don't get or I don't understand. It could be for you all. I'm going to call them out. If you want to put a name out, we can do this. Matthew. Charlotte would love to hear from you. Stacia. Jamie. April. Sound like Lori. And April, of course, we always want to hear from you. Did you just come through and say mom a minute ago? You know, we always think about you this time of the year, and we never let you be forgotten. I think it's a 28.
Yeah.
28.
We love all of you. If there's a chance any of you can hear my voice, you are so loved. Can my boy hear? Mark.
First time.
There's that whisper again. She always says a little sentence and I can't. That's pretty cool when it does that. Thank you for sending us the music. You know I love that. Okay, so I haven't even noticed the EMF has been going off on the bear. Are you near Graveyard Bear? Or if it's not near him or something, do you think it could be just picking up off him? Tobias. Oh, that sounded pretty good.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it just never ceases to amaze me. It really doesn't.
Is there any?
Is there any?
Convert. There.
Dad? Gee whiz. I'm telling you, that doll is something else. Look at that. It's crazy.
I've almost never seen activity like this.
It just seems like it's never ending. It's never ending.
I mean, most investigators go an entire career and maybe get a few fluctuations like that, but it's consistent, and it's always. I mean, it's almost pegging that meter out.
It's just great.
This is the kind of thing that winds up on Fox TV or the Discovery Channel.
Love it for sure. Let's see, make sure what we got on. Okay. Electric, magnetic. We got it. They almost sound right. I think we're dead on these. I think this one's drained.
Battery's dead.
It's gone. It's gone. All right. Hang on. I'm going to try over here on the plug-in. Make sure.
Start.
No, it's out. All right, new batteries. Again. Did you drain my battery?
Hashtag new batteries.
Every Monday and Thursday.
Yep.
Did you drain my batteries?
She does.
She does. The baby is something.
And
Oh my. Man. Evelyn? Evelyn? Me? Elmer?
Duracell, yeah.
It's Leisha.
Yeah, if anybody from Duracell or Energizer wants to, give us some
Emotions.
free samples, that's fine.
You pick it up and sponsor the gatherings and
Yeah.
pay for it in battery.
John Matthew, if you're out there, we're looking to make contact with you. We'd love to hear from you. We kind of asked you to listen real close, Tammy, because it may be something I miss. Because once we call out, honestly, you never know what we're going to get. It could be this show. It could be next show. Always listen for that because all it takes is one call out.
Today.
Yes. One call out. They know we're looking for them. They don't forget.
Well, they respond in their own time and their own way. They're people.
Yes, sir. It's like I said, Brooke. It's like a little old lady that said Brooke. That's like a horn.
Yeah.
It's like a toot.
Like a 20s.
Yes, it did. Watch the EMF on the bear.
I'm watching. Yellow.
Yeah, I'm telling you what. Okay, being reasonable. There's nothing near it that would ever make that even go off, not even the least. Are you making the bear go off on the EMF?
Wait,
Something funny.
Jamie Davis.
All right,
Michael
I appreciate
DeLong.
it now. Yep.
My dad.
Michael, Jamie. That's it, Brad. Brad, that was really plain. Do you have a message for Brad?
See you.
C-U-N.
Yeah, that-
C-U-N.
that I heard see you in it.
C-U-N.
Be
Number
seeing
7. The number 7. And somebody said Ronnie. April, if you can't hear our voice, just know we know what today is. We love you, and we will never forget you.
Ronnie was my dad.
Mm-hmm. Scott. I'm there. Sound like an older man. Ronnie, are you out there where we can talk to you? Could you come through?
Sherry Lynn.
What is it?
Sherry Lynn.
Nothing. Does anybody else want to come through with a message for anybody that we have with us? Just know before that we do close this up that we thank each and every one for coming through, and we do love you.
Yes.
You're always welcome to come through and live in light.
Yes.
You know that we're always here. You can come through anytime we got you. Man. There's one active baby. I'm gonna put him over here by Elsa. This is by Elsa. That's Elsa's buddy. Does anybody else want to come through? Yes, Dad. I keep saying yes, Dad. Sounded like Donna Summer might have wanted to come through. What do you think about it, Chris?
I'm waiting on James Brown to come through.
I feel good.
Hey, can one of y'all get James Brown to come through for us? I mean, just please. We would love just to.
I want you to watch that. That
we
is
would really love to hear from James Brown. Would you all like to hear from James Brown? What about you, Tobias? He says, yes, I would
Yep.
like to.
Apparently so. Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah.
Tobias feels good.
Hang on.
Oh my God.
The
That thing just went red.
One thing. This?
meter,
Yes.
yeah.
I know every time it gets around him, it's just like he is. But he's always. I mean, no matter what, he's always active. It never fails on these two boys. I want to know their story.
Is there any research that we can do on it?
I've tried, and evidently, the place that they got it from, it was shipped something, had been shipped over. So kind of went to a nowhere thing.
Well, what I know for sure is that they are active. They
Oh
are.
my gosh, we couldn't have asked for any more a friend or a
Yep.
prick. Which
Did I
one?
just hear that right?
Yes, you did. That's who they were talking about.
They're dying Lloyd.
Oh, listen, there's been 2 or 3 times tonight they've coughed up some good ones. He heard the last one. I told him
Okay.
I'd ask you about it later. That one started with the P.
Yep.
Yep,
Well, I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I thought I got called a prick. And I was
Yep,
like,
that's what it said.
so it ain't the
That's
first
all
time.
for me.
Probably won't be the last. So it, well, okay.
We've heard
But,
that and eat shit and what else was it? Eat shit
God,
and a
have
few other
mercy.
things.
I wonder if they kissed her mother with that mouth.
I don't know, but let me tell you, we've been sitting back here about to die.
Charlotte said, Rick, Charlotte, I wish it did say that. But no, there was an obvious P right there on the front of it. So
I looked at Lloyd and he goes, prick. I looked at him and I said,
Yeah.
Lloyd's like, ha, 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 ha. Here, I
yeah.
got something for you.
Well, before it said that, it said Lloyd is A.
Wins win.
Wow. Okay, Lloyd, you just got labeled. So hashtag scared Lloyd. We're going to see if we can't have those shirts up there for one of these events at the Haunted
Oh,
Doll
I can
Tour.
whip us up some.
Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag scared Lloyd. That would just be awesome. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna get us some haunted doll tour shirts. And we'll like try to do them for each one a different design. So
mm-hmm.
we'll have some collectibles.
And have a cartoon picture of you and I just sitting there looking at each other while Lloyd is in the background going,
You remember we've got cartoon characters of us already made.
we do.
Remember the fan that drew us?
Yes. Yes, I do. I love those.
Those were great.
I thought he did a great job.
He really did.
Mm-hmm. So, but again, if you can, you've seen what it's like tonight. Now, there's only 2 individuals in the room present with these dolls. That's Lloyd and Stace. Now, they can pick up energy. Imagine what it's going to be like when it's a room full. And I got a feeling, because this tour in the stop in Breathitt County will be the first time that Lars and Tobias has been out, right?
Yes, they have never been out. They have been wrapped up very well, I might add, in a chest.
Yeah. So I can only imagine what it's going to be like June 9th and then in July and then in October, which is going to be that time of year is charged anyways.
Yes,
You
that's what we were
bring
talking
a
about.
group of people. And on your picture on
Yes.
Facebook during the doll tour, that was actually taken in Laurel County, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So that's the setting. You got the big screen behind you. You've got several tables with the dolls. And, of course, people are welcome to walk by and look.
Oh, sure.
And ask questions. And then Stace and we'll do a presentation and a Q&A and that kind of thing. And AMA, which is Ask Me Anything. I think that this is, my gosh, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, I've been lucky enough to be invited to, and will be there. Good Lord willing. And I'm really looking forward to this. But the big deal is going to definitely be, they're all big deals, but the big blowout will be in October, I'm sure.
We'll make the best out of it. Yeah. Especially
we'll have a lot of fun.
Yes.
So guys, make plans to come. Now, June 9th is on a Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I could look them up and make for sure.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we're just going to have a throwdown out of it.
Yes, Friday.
I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yeah, that's pretty.
This is Chris. This is sent in by one of our fans. This one's Chris. Everybody.
Uh huh.
He turned us into Funko Pops.
Yeah. And there's Stace.
With my
Yeah.
ghost T-shirt on and my little Converses.
Uh huh.
How cute! Little mountain mysteries back there in the back.
Yeah, we're destined for the Discovery Channel or something, I guess. So
You never know. Oh, and here's the one he did of Shanoa.
that is so cool because Shanoa is so beautiful. She is
He.
just,
Let me
she's
just tell you.
beautiful.
And then he made another one. He got up the next morning and made another one of me. He's the best. He's one of the
He's
best
great.
artists.
I mean, this
He
guy is
is
absolutely
phenomenal.
great.
That's Michael Tisdale.
If you don't
And
care,
then
email me those.
he always sends me the of my band. He always sends me stuff that he draws of my band and stuff. Oh, definitely, I will. Yeah, okay, I'll do it right out.
Yeah, do it right after that. Yeah, because I mean, I just think that is so incredible.
Funko Pop Podcasts is what he's named them. The
Uh-huh.
Mountain Mysteries, and it's got the logo back there in the back. Check this out. It's got
Oh my
the
God, it
Mountain
does,
Mysteries
don't it?
logo in the back.
Yeah, man, this guy is beyond words. He's awesome.
Collect them all, and then if you'll see down here, look, we got a little ghost down there beside you too. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on.
Oh, I see him now. Yeah.
And then your number 616, Chris Sloan, vinyl figure. And it's got little, he put so much into these.
Well, my
And
thought
then,
is I'd like to buy them and hang them in the studio back here
do
or
you
in
see
here.
what I'm holding?
What is that you're holding? The camera is not being kind.
He's got me holding a baby doll, a haunted doll.
How right he was.
I don't
How
know if
right
it
he
shows or
was.
not, but he's got me holding a little doll, and then it says the Mountain Mysteries Pop Podcasts. Collect them
We need to
all.
get him to do one of you and I together with Lloyd in the background, kind of like, just freaking out. So,
Yeah,
and Lloyd doesn't really freak out.
not
I
today.
mean, we make a whole lot more fun of him than what we. Would
No,
you
he
guys be
does.
interested in picking up some of that artwork? I just think, wow,
Yes.
look at that.
Hang on, let me show you.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's
I
you,
mean,
honey.
he is absolutely. I mean, I get up in the mornings and I go to check, and he sends me these, and I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah. Crazy.
he's great.
Yeah, we need to bring him actually onto the show at some point. And just
I would love to. I would love to.
I would love to and have him talk about his work and
Absolutely,
just
he's awesome.
see
And
what he
he
thinks about the
actually
haunted dolls and all of the
he's
communication.
also an author, so he writes books, and he
Hmm.
used to be a wrestler too. So whenever he goes and he sits up at these places like Comic Con and things, he sells all of these paintings and everything that he does, and they're big and just beautiful.
I would love to have some.
He's writing it.
I'd put
He's
him
writing
up.
another
I'd
book
put
right
him up in
now.
the studio. Yeah,
I
or
love it.
all throughout the house. The
Yeah,
gatherings has become so much more than I ever thought. And again, I thank God for that. It's
me too.
we help people, and in turn, we get helped. And I think that that's
That's
God's way
true.
of saying, hey, you know, something bigger than yourself, and then you can be a part of that. I think it's just absolutely great. So, yeah, come to the doll shows or come to the haunted doll tour. Like Lloyd just asked in the chat room, we'd love to see every one of you there and meet with you and talk with you and tell you some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. And I mean, I think that you're privy to just about most of it. There's some things that we talk about that we don't want to get out because it's like you got to be kidding me. So, but yeah, it's we're pretty much open books for like this. Um, hashtag scared Lloyd. We're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do those shirts.
We will. We'll for sure do that.
Yeah,
Here's
but
some
now
more
when
of this Funko Pop stuff that he's been drawing out.
hot tamale, that is
Look,
so
these are
cool.
wrestling
Uh huh.
for the
Yeah.
wrestlers and things. But I mean, yeah, and we can get get him to maybe make us some T-shirts too. Those
Well,
are, I
yeah,
mean,
I'd be
all
all
these are
for it.
phenomenal. I mean, he is just. I'll send you all the.
Yeah, send me everything in email if you
I'll
don't
send
care,
you
honey.
definitely.
Yeah.
We'll do.
Where'd Lloyd? Oh, there he is. He's still back
Oh,
there.
he's sitting
Okay.
back here. See the nun,
Yeah.
little sister. But yeah, we definitely thank him for doing that for us. That was so nice.
Okay, in the
Yeah.
interest of doing exactly what I just talked about of helping people, Tammy Barker, it is you I now address. Your text reads, "Please, Sherry Lynn, let me know you're here. It's me and Lydia. We'd love to hear from you." And you will, Tammy. Like Stace said earlier, there's been times that I know personally, in a private session with her, I've asked to hear from Trevor, Ollie. I've asked to hear from my mom and dad. And it did happen, but it happens in their time. So don't give up hope on that. And the best thing I can tell you to do is to think a lot of them. And what I mean by that is memories and thoughts, good memories and thoughts.
Right. Yes.
It never fails. And don't get me wrong, I think about people I've lost every day, like everybody else does.
Yes.
I think about
I mean,
Trev.
you've had a terrible, terrible, terrible hit, one right after the other.
Yeah, but I'm
So
not alone in that.
no.
Uh, every day I think of mom and dad. I think of Trev. I think of Ollie. And I'm going to throw out some names there of people that you may have never heard me talk about before. I think of a girl named Angel Butcher, Jimmy Davis, Jennifer Ferguson. I think of a lot of
That
people
was
that
one of
I
my
went.
best friends.
Jennifer,
Yes,
I love Jennifer. She was
that was
great,
my bestest friend.
an angel on this earth, and God, she was so beautiful.
She was so rotten too. But I
And
swear we had a ball.
she was just funny. She was cool to be around. But I think about all these people every day, and the
Me.
stronger I've noticed, the more I think about them, the more likely they are to come through.
That's true.
Tonight at 31 minutes, we heard Trevor's name dropped. Could it have been another Trevor? Absolutely. Absolutely. But when you sit back and think about what's the coincidence chance or the chance of coincidence that name would drop on a program that I run, that Stacia and I run, and you'd have to know, Trevor and I were brothers from another mother. We were close for almost 3 decades, maybe a little
Well, I
over.
mean, yeah,
Um, so at some point you got to say, okay, is that a coincidence? No. Now, if I hear the
you
name
know
Chris
when you
dropped
know.
on here, yeah, you know when you know. That's
You
it.
just oh,
What
something hit
happened,
me.
honey?
We're good.
Okay.
You know when you know. You just when you hear it, you know that message is for you.
When I hear the name Chris dropped, I'm like, well, there's. I mean, I know 1,000 guys named Chris. I know them. I know two other Chris Sloans. One's a musician, and one works for the United States Department of Agriculture. Great, he's a great guy. Uh, Actually, I know 3 or 4 other Chris Sloans, so that's a very common thing. But when they hit on something
Right.
that is directly you, because the other Chris Sloans I know, they don't have Harleys. They don't do voice work. They don't do stuff like I do. They do their own things. So when somebody says something like radio, or like when Ollie come across said, "Love you forever, ever, brother, brothers, and blue
That
brothers,"
was
and that was,
that was something else. Those episodes were crazy.
and you can go back and watch them somewhere on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're posted there.
Yeah, we have them.
Well, I'm going to start doing a better job of archiving so I know what is what and what you can find where at.
One good thing about YouTube is you can actually type in even a sentence that you and I said.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure somebody told me you could do this, and it will bring it up in the episode. To bring up the episode.
That's cool. And something else, I wanted to address this real quick too. For Charles, he's got a very good thing going on right there when he said auto captions. So I'm going
Yeah.
to work on getting that done on YouTube, because some people may have a little bit of difficulty hearing, and I don't want them to miss any of this.
Right.
I don't want them to miss anything. So that's something that we would gladly do, and I think I can do that with checking a box. I'm pretty sure. So
Therefore, I think they did, didn't they? Somebody, I think it was Wendy, sent us. Um, it was from YouTube. It was one of our shows, a partial piece of it, where it was doing the captions, and it said something dirty. We weren't saying it, but it thought we were. Remember when she sent that to us?
Yeah.
I think they automatically do that, don't they? Does YouTube do that? I think Wendy said
You
they
have you have to go into the studio settings and click a button that's
gotcha.
called auto
Okay.
caption. I do believe, and somehow or another, because I know I would not turn that off, but somehow or another, because we had to change so much stuff on this in
Yeah.
order to get it to do, to work with the streaming software. But I can turn it back
We'll
on.
look
I'm
into
pretty
that for
sure
sure and see if we can do
because I
that.
do want that on there so people that may have a little difficulty hearing can get it all. So, okay, he said that we didn't, or we don't hear the name Dean or Cecil, my brother and my dad. That's from Charles. Um, Again, don't ever give up. I was lucky. My mom and dad came through. What was it, the first or second time that you and I had a private session?
I mean, probably, I think maybe the third time
Hmm.
that and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, they were very, very plain, very evident. And mom,
And we
yeah,
just turned the sound banks on and let it go. I mean, there's nothing that we could do, say.
well, you can't make them come through. And if they're going to
No,
come through, you can't make them not. You can't stop them
that's exactly right. You
because
never know.
what I keep saying is these are people.
Yes.
They're just people without a physical body that's not in this physical realm. You can call it another dimension. You can call it heaven. You can call it whatever you want to call it. They are people, the same personalities, the same everything. And if you sit back and think about it for just a couple of seconds, you're going to realize, can you imagine how freaking annoyed you'd be if you were trying to get somebody's attention and you thought they were ignoring you? Well, they're not ignoring you. They don't hear you. They don't see you. They don't even, in many cases, know you're there. Sometimes they may get the feeling that they're being watched. Maybe, if you're lucky. But this changes a lot of that. And sometimes, that it does take a spirit, a lot of energy to come through.
It
So that's
does.
why we are always so grateful that they do because, it drains Stacy. It drains me, but it drains Stacy more than it does me because Stacy is far more gifted than I ever thought about. So, but she pays a price for that. And that is
It's true.
come Sunday, her ass may not be dragging, may not be, depending upon the Thursday before. And then we turn around, right around, and in many cases do it again Monday. Now, I had a thing tonight on the YouTube channel. And guys, if you want to message me on Facebook because I don't check YouTube texts at all unless I'm on here. And I was logging on tonight and I saw where somebody had said, when are you guys on? Well, Monday is gatherings contact. We try to do that around 8 o'clock. And then Thursday's the gatherings. That's the smacketh down on our candy asses is what it is. So it's but that's Thursdays at 9, and so yeah, you might want to share that and pass that along too. But I think that's pretty much a wrap for tonight. Big deal, haunted doll tour. I want to see you guys come in and pack the place, pack it.
Yeah. If you like this type of thing, you're absolutely going to love getting able to see these babies in person and hearing about some of the stories and things that they've done.
And I'm sure that you would be open to talk about some of your investigations without revealing names.
I'm always open.
Because, here's the thing, people love their privacy. I know I like mine, but there's nothing that says that I can't use a pseudonym to change somebody's name. Done it before.
Yep.
But, Stacy can definitely give you, and so can Lloyd for that matter, give you details on some of the cases that they investigated. I have not been with these two yet on a case, or I should say on an investigation, but something tells
We've
me
been on a
that's
couple cases together, though, huh?
yeah. No, yeah. Um, Charles asked what's on the 19th tomorrow, so I'll address that. The 19th is the 32nd anniversary of April Pennington's death. That's what the 19th is about. Now, the case or the episode tomorrow is a remastered version of the very first episode of the Mountain Mysteries. When I first did it, I did it with radio knowledge. What I didn't take into account then was that radio have these harmonic and vocal processors that pop everything and bring it to life. And that's why if you've ever listened to 95.5, it sounds the way it sounds, regardless of whether or not you like the music or whatever. But it kind of pops. It stands right there in front of you. So knowing what I've learned about audio mastering, I went back and remastered the damned episode. Now, Patreon people have already got it. That's April there. Stace, could you hold that a little closer, please, honey? That's April Pennington.
You want
Listen
to
to
talk
that.
about a beauty with a good heart.
Oh, yeah. Go
If you
back and
are good
listen to that
heart,
first
you get a
episode,
flow.
and you tell me if you think something was amiss. Yeah, there's a lot of miss.
Yeah. We're talking about a good student. We're talking about a good girl in
She was
general.
bullied,
She was an excellent swimmer. She was also a lifeguard.
and yet they say she drowned
4 feet,
in
6 feet.
4 or 6 foot in water.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean, the girl could swim in the damned Atlantic Ocean, for God's sake. I mean, I'm sorry. It's my opinion that what happened was she was killed. I don't know that it was with intent, but you know what? At the end of the day, it really don't friggin' matter, does it? What
no, I
matters
know
is
what I've been
she's
told.
dead. Hmm?
I know what I've been told. I know what we hear from the portal. I know what we've heard from the spirit boxes. I know what we've been told straight out. And once you
Murder.
continually keep hearing that over and over and over again, and then you add up the facts versus
And the
whenever you
fact is,
add
some
it up,
people's story has
you're going to
changed more
understand.
times than you change socks in a freaking month.
You all
So,
look into this, you're going to understand why this is absolutely burns us up. You're going to see.
now the episode that's dropping tomorrow is a little different from the first one. I went back in and I changed, I pulled what I call a George Lucas on it. He was never happy with the original Star Wars. So he went back and did the whatever version, the special edition, whatever. And that's kind of what I did here because I wanted to convey a very distinct feeling. Because, see, in the world of audio, it's theater of the mind. It's not like this thing here. You can see what's going on. With a podcast, with audio, you got to paint a picture. At least if you're going to do it, in my opinion, and do it right, you got to show people in their mind what's going on. And I think we succeeded, even with the first episode at that. But this new one, or the remastered version, you'll hear a lot of the same stuff, but you're going to hear some new things too that you hadn't heard before. Both have the same result. In the end, you're going to sit back, and this is for any military people out there. You're going to say Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. WTF.
Yep.
32 years on the 19th. It's been 32 years.
32 years.
Now, the reason the Mountain Mystery started was because, like I said, I was coming home from work one day and I had her on my mind. I Googled her. The only thing I could find was find a grave. Now you put her name in Google. Oh, my. Shit pops up like crazy on her. The Mountain Mysteries, April Pennington murdered, April Pennington this, April Pennington that. Mission accomplished. Nobody forgets her. That's what it was all about. Yeah, now, actually, on the first one, Charles, I did 2 parts. Part 1 was the episode as it was intended, and Part 2 was pretty much the interviews in their entirety raw. And I think I had 2 interviews there, I think. One was with her mom, one was with her brother.
Yeah.
And, we tried to get others to participate. And you'd think I invited them to a case of the plague.
No,
They wanted nothing to do
that's
with
a
it.
lot.
Do what?
That's happened to us quite a bit.
Yeah.
When we were doing our last documentary, we did a
Yeah.
documentary in April, a couple of years ago. And
Yeah.
we were trying to get people to help come forward and help us.
Mm-hmm. Some people want nothing to do with it.
No.
And some people want sorting the facts from the myths or the downright lies. It's damned hard,
Yeah.
but it's also very much worth it.
Yep.
So, but that's what the 19th is. And you know what? The Mountain Mysteries was started because I didn't want anybody to forget her. But now it's become so much more. It's not just about April. It's about Heather Teague. It's about Mamie Thurman. It's about the Mothman. It's about all the shit that we cannot explain. And let me tell you something, man, there's a lot of it. Some of it, like the Mothman, Yeah, I wasn't exactly the first one to do one on that. It's been out there for a while. And I've never done one yet on Bigfoot for pretty much the same reason. But I'm not to say I would not do one on Bigfoot. I would if we
We've got
had,
some good stories on that one, don't we?
yeah, we do. And if I could get a certain beautiful young lady to cooperate with me and tell me the story, I'd probably get all over that like stink on a Frenchman. But
Just that mama story.
yeah,
She's
it's a
got
mama
a good
bear
one.
story.
That's
Yeah.
what she's
I
listening
have
for.
loved
Yeah.
Lou. I have loved Lou since I was like 9 years old, 8 years old, whatever it was. Cupcakes the size of your head, and she'd always save
Yeah.
one for me at Christmas
That's
time.
cute. Yeah.
Um,
She
you know,
making special cupcakes with extra icing on it too.
she did. She sure did.
And
And the
we know
last
which
time I was up
one.
there with her, she made me a big old ham dinner. Um, I mean, there's some people that come into your life that leave an indelible mark, and she's one of them. She leaves a very positive mark, and she is just a wonderful human being, and I love her dearly. I I, I
She don't.
respect her beyond measure. But the Mountain Mysteries has turned into a lot more about that. I think of Junko Furuta, the Japanese girl that was over 44 days raped and killed. I think of Derek Engelbretson, the little 8-year-old boy in Washington State that went missing. Nobody, the Mountain Mysteries. It's about. It's not about so much how they died, but how they lived. And I don't care if it's in the freaking Sahara Desert. I'll still do an episode on it because it's about the people.
Right.
And that's what I had trouble a while back getting through to some who thought the gatherings should be about hauntings and spirits. Let me clear my throat. Bullshit. It's about whatever the hell I say it's about. It's about the people. And I don't care if there's,
Yes.
if it's somebody missing, we'll do one on that. Need a little help with stuff like that, though. If it's about spirits, which in large part right now, we are all about the haunted dolls and we are about communication and trying to reach out to people who need that peace, that
Right.
closure. So that's why we've gone from one thing a week to two. And I say that the contact is strictly Patreon. Then I thought, you know what? Let's always give the Patreon people their due. Because without them, I'm telling every single person out there
Yeah.
listening, without Patreon, I couldn't do this. I'm like everybody else. The income's taking a hit. This is that. That is this. Patreon is what's paying for this thing right now. Our Patreon people, the people that think it's worth it to pay, to have their names up there and to be associated with helping other people.
Yes.
That money does not go into my pocket. That money goes back into this. It goes into the platform. It goes into any kind of travel expenses. How the hell do you think I'm going to go to these haunted doll tours? And Stacy's going to get at some of this too. So we have got to eat. We've got to put gas in the vehicle. I mean, Lloyd can go out there and huff the tank all day long. He does twice, 3 times a week, but it ain't putting gas in it. So you see what I'm saying? Lloyd's out there. It's like he's
I
having
can
a damn
see
Lamaze
him
class.
doing it now.
Huh?
I can see him doing it now.
He's at the Lloyd. Yeah, you want to hit? It's good stuff. It's cool. Ain't no wonder you scared Lloyd. Okay, but that's where this goes. And for Stacy not to be charging, I think $5 a ticket would be fair for the haunted doll tour. She's not even charging that. So I'm sitting here thinking, thank God for our Patreon people.
Yeah, I don't charge the libraries either. They always call and ask, and they're asking me to come over, and they're like, what's your fee? What do you charge to have you come? What can
Just
we
put a
pay
link
you
in
to
there if
get
anybody
you?
wants to join. Hashtag Huffer Lloyd.
Good one. Good one.
Excuse me, that was great. Caught me off guard. But yeah.
But yeah, we don't charge anybody. I don't charge the libraries. I'm a big library fan. I'm a big
I think
supporter.
public libraries are
Me.
awesome. I think
Yes.
they're great.
So I'm not going to charge our libraries.
They are an invaluable resource.
Yes.
And I'm glad that some of my tax money goes to help them.
Yes, me too.
I wish more of it did. So, yeah, I'm thrilled about showing up to Jackson at the public library in Breathitt County.
Yep.
And then
Bristol,
in,
Bristol, and Laurel.
Estill,
so far.
and Laurel. And so that's so far. We may have some because we've got open dates in August and September.
Oh yeah, we still got them. I've got them October and November and December.
Okay. So,
We're going.
yeah, absolutely. We're all for it. And the more people that come out for this, the better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not only are you going to have a great time, and maybe we can all learn something from each other, but you're also, coming out and showing people, hey, these libraries are important. They matter.
That's right.
And in the meantime, you get to have a lot of fun. And you get to meet Scared Lloyd.
Yeah. Yay.
We are going to put dolls right in his lap.
No, he's not. No, we're not.
That'd be great.
No. I'm good.
I'm lucky to get him this close.
Listen, let me tell you what. That
And he's at least a foot from him. So I'm
Yeah.
lucky.
And
That
you can look at him
one-
right now and you can tell his ass is sucking buttermilk. Yeah.
well, I was in the back of the room. I mean, like as far back as I could get. Because
Let me ask
all
you a
that
question.
energy in there, it was crazy.
And this is to both of you guys. Have you noticed the difference in activity when there's a bunch of people in the room? As
It's,
opposed to when it's just you guys?
You tend to want to watch them more because you think this is crazy to say, but you guys, if you come, you'll see what I'm talking about. You will start seeing them move. You will start every time. It's just like Jenny. I had 5 people at one time go, and I was sitting there talking about another doll, and they're like, "Oh my God, watch on the bottom, watch on the bottom."
I mean, they're
And
like
everybody was
they're
like,
like 3 feet in front of them.
so,
and they're sitting there,
and then they're watching another one, and they're moving.
and they're like,
So
that
yeah,
was moving, and I'm
that
like,
yes to your an answer to your question. Yes, it's crazy. The activity is crazy.
That kind of goes along with a theory that I had that the more people, the more energy, the more the spirits can actually.
And you have all walks of life there. You've got,
God, it chills
older
already.
people. You've got people bringing in kids that are wanting to see this kind of thing. There's all kinds of walks of life that come in. I even had a little lady who was a professed witch, I suppose she wanted to call herself. And
Sure.
she has places that she would go. And she came to ask if she could put crystals beside the babies that she had felt might be a little active. And I said, sure, go right ahead. So I went and looked, and she'd put crystals beside a couple of the dolls. And I thought that was so sweet.
Yeah.
For that.
Charles asked if they have an American Legion Riders post or close by that they're looking to moving to Elliott, just looking for air. I'm not sure. I don't know if they got a website or not, but Charles, I don't care to look into that for you. I mean, if you're talking, I'm not really sure what American Legion Riders is. If it's like a motorcycle thing or something like that, I know if it is, I'd probably be, I'm for anything with 2 wheels, as long as I don't have to crank it. So I just want to twist the throttle and go. But yeah, again, make sure that you guys show up. But we're going to go ahead and call it a wrap for tonight. And thanks to everybody that showed up this evening. We'll be back. Good chance Monday. And certainly we hope Thursday again for another episode of The Gatherings. And Stace, love you guys.
We love you.
And thanks so much for absolutely phenomenal time tonight and a phenomenal show.
My pleasure.
So guys, until then, we love you guys. May God bless you and keep you and your family safe. And as always, stay mysterious.